Hello Tibians! One of you requested a video about the Wintercourt and how to hunt it around level 300. So here it is. I did 3 hunts testing the place, and on the first 2 I used the following gear. Obviously there's a focus on ice protection, and you should always make sure to have the Glacier Amulet equipped. Energized Limp is a good choice for the wand. It deals fire damage and adds 10% energy reduction. The shield is not imbued but could be. If I had an Umbral Master spellbook, I would definitely use that. And of course you can swap the boots for glacier boots. On the 3rd hunt I also exchanged my Ice Mind raiment for a bearskin imbued with Life Leech. After hunting here twice I realized that the most dangerous locations are those with multiple arachnophobia and thanatursis. So I reduced my ice defense, but increased energy resistance for the harder rooms. Life Leech kind of acts like a multiple resistance tool. In a 33-minute hunt with double mana leech, I spent about 320 manas and 480 GFB. That translates to a ratio of 1.5 GFB per ultimate mana equipped. Due to the creatures being 20 or 30% weak to fire and terra, mana leech pays off more here than many other places. Now let's look at the sustainable route. To start with, grab the creatures near the entrance and bring them inside the castle. Make a lap in the castle visiting all 4 corners while killing everything behind you. Clear everything in a location that annoys you the least visually, and you want to finish somewhere close to the northeast or west stairs. Choose either of those stairs to clear a wing on the above floor. Once you went up a ladder, drag everything you see to the south. Circle there until creatures die. Beware, this part is very dangerous. A trap means likely death. The corridor on the west side is wider than on the east side, so you could also drag everything back to the north ladder and kill it there instead. Next go down to -1, using the stairs in the center of the castle. Dip into every corridor to lure all the creatures into the center part. Don't go deep if creatures behind you prevent escape. Lure the east corridor first, as it contains the most creatures. Keep circling until everything is dead. Then go back up and exit through the north gate. Usually you have about 4 elves on you now, and you pull them clockwise on the outside as you lure more. Avoid circling back much, but try to loot some of the creatures south of the castle when the first batch begins to die. The elves from the south will likely still be alive, and instead of circling them outside, you should bring them inside to keep the pool bigger. And at this point you are back to where you started, and can repeat the same lap. In 30 minutes I was able to gain 1.8 million experience at 150%, and I didn't always strictly follow the route. Following the route would likely have provided even more XP. Note that these stats are for a 300 druid with mag 110. No praise, no charms. First up I'd like to show the more difficult upper floors. Let's start with +1 on the east side, where we have 3 spiders and the hibernating moth. Try to lure everything south. There's just barely enough run space. Avoid getting trapped or you will likely wake up in temple. The visuals on the icy walls to your left and north are kind of annoying. It looks as if you could walk on those square meter, but you can't. This also results in a deeper 3 square meter gap in the southwest, so it feels like hitting an invisible wall when walking north there for the first few times. Furthermore, you can make use of the 2 square meter window to pull creatures further south. Doing so may also line things up nicely for your waves. Once most creatures go low, you could loop back to the north stairs to save time. Nope, that ain't me. Instead of clearing the east wing, you could also clear the left wing. Here you can always save yourself with a firebomb. Again go south to lure everything, but now you can decide if you want to circle in this room, or if you want to drag everything back north right away. The corridor is 1 square meter wider than on the east wing, making luring a bit easier. I spent 60 seconds on the east side versus 71 seconds on the west side killing all creatures. So even though the west side has a bit more XP to offer, killing on the east seems to be slightly faster. Or maybe I just do a horrible job at waving those blue giants. Personally, I preferred the right wing. Somehow I always ended up circling counterclockwise on the left side, and it felt harder to do. The icy moth and the fact that Thanatos stay up longer unless you properly wave them is another argument. And of course I messed up and died once on the west wing. First I rushed into the room, spaghettifying the creatures behind me instead of walking slow and keeping them grouped. Then somehow I went to the center wanting to wave. At the second diagonal step I already panicked, realizing my mistake. I had created a wall of creatures hard to get through. Nevertheless, I tried, and thus is the result. Just look at how fast the mana goes down. The correct reaction would have been to shoot a firebomb beneath me before trying to cross the group. Choose yourself which one of the +1 floors you want to clear. If you're a druid, make sure to pick Earth UE, and also strong Earth Strike. If you use Ice UE, you will kill yourself. The Terra UE can be rather weak, sometimes hitting only 600 damage. If you are left with smaller groups of less than 8 creatures, use Terra Wave instead. Terra Wave and GFB will net higher damage output on average. As Druid, reserve UEs for big groups, where you hit more creatures than you would be able to with GFB and Terra Wave. Then it is worth it. If you are a Master Sorc, hallelujah! Your Fire UE will deal 60% more damage compared to the Druid's Wrath of Nature. Spam it whenever you can. The only backdraw to Sorcerers is that Spiders and Thanatosus are 50% strong to energy. At the end of the vid I will also show my attempt of clearing the +2 floor on the left side. But really you should avoid them. They are full of harbingers. For now, I will leave you with 30 minutes of my third hunt. I hope you enjoy it.